Champions are not made under the spotlight. When the crowd is loud and the cameras are rolling, champions are forged in silence, when no one is watching, when the stands are empty, and when there is no applause to keep you going. Who you are in those moments defines everything. It's what you do behind closed doors, when no one is there to clap for you, when no one is there to check on you, and when the only person holding you accountable is yourself. That's when the truth of your character is revealed. It's easy to perform when everyone is watching. It's easy to put on a show when you know people are paying attention. But what happens when no one is around? Do you push through and finish those extra reps at the gym? Do you sit down and read those additional chapters when your mind is tired? Do you write those last pages when your hand is cramping and your eyes are heavy? Or do you quit because it's uncomfortable? That decision right there is the separator, the invisible line between average and extraordinary, between ordinary and legendary. Today, one of the greatest challenges people face is knowing who they really are. We live in a world obsessed with comparison. People scroll endlessly through social media, staring at someone else's highlight reel, convincing themselves that's what a perfect life looks like. I want that car. I want that lifestyle. I want that freedom. But the truth is, most of those people never test themselves. They never truly discover what they are capable of. They watch, they envy, they wish, but they don't do. The reality is that life demands consistency. You have to stand tall every single day. Like a soldier on duty, you have to show up, no matter how you feel, no matter what is happening around you, day in and day out. Because how you do one thing is how you do everything. If you cut corners in one area, you will cut corners in another. If you go halfway here, you'll go halfway everywhere. Success is not built on one-off efforts, it's built on habits. And habits aren't accidental. If you don't deliberately choose the habits that will shape your future, you will naturally drift into bad ones. That's why most people live half-hearted lives. They're inconsistent, they're scattered. They try hard in one place and neglect another, thinking they can still win big, but it doesn't work that way. Success is not luck, it's not chance. It's not something you stumbled into. Success is built on discipline, on the little details, on the small decisions that stack up day after day. The truth is, most people will sit around, do nothing, and wonder why they're miserable. They'll point fingers at life, at luck, at circumstances, at people who had it easier. But the real answer is simple. The repetitions weren't there. The work wasn't put in. The grind was avoided. Satisfaction doesn't come from luck. It comes from knowing you put in the work, from seeing yourself transform through effort. That's where happiness is born, inside the grind, inside the daily sweat, inside the struggle. This is your journey, your life, your story. Nobody gets to decide how it ends except you. Nobody decides how much effort you give. Nobody dictates how disciplined you choose to be. You're not a victim. You're not powerless. You're the one holding the pen. You can write the ending you want, but only if you're willing to grind for it. Greatness is not a single moment. It's not a medal, a trophy, or one victory that seals the deal forever. Greatness has to be earned over and over again. It demands constant pursuit, constant growth, constant sharpening. The moment you stop chasing, the moment you get comfortable and say, "I've made it," you lose. You can't just lean on your strengths. You have to confront your weaknesses. You need friction. You need resistance. That's what makes you grow. Don't let things slide. Don't accept mediocrity. Don't allow yourself to be soft when you know you should be sharp. And Dante, listen to that little voice in your head that tells you it's okay to start tomorrow, to take it easy. Give yourself a break because you've worked hard enough. That voice will destroy your dreams. It will convince you to stay comfortable while your goals pass you by. If you don't silence it, it will rob you of everything you've been chasing. When life gets hard to stand, that's the moment when persistence matters most. That's when you have to dig deep. Take one step forward, and then another. You need to invest in your mental toughness, your grit, your ability to stay disciplined no matter what. Because the truth is, conditions will never be perfect. You'll never have the perfect day, the perfect energy, the perfect motivation. The people who win are the ones who work through the storm anyway. Ask yourself right now, how sharp is your discipline? How strong is your mental blade? If you looked in the mirror tonight, could you honestly say that's someone who refuses to quit? Could you look at yourself and say, that person is dangerous because they will not stop? That's who you need to become. Someone who is hardened, someone who is unshakable, someone who embraces the grind instead of running from it. Life will test you again and again. The hard times will keep coming. You can't escape them. The only choice you have is whether you will break under them or grow stronger through them. Every challenge is an opportunity to sharpen yourself, to build new skills, to become tougher, to prove to yourself what you're made of. The process isn't pretty, it's not easy. It's not fun, and it will demand everything you have. But in the struggle is where you find transformation. If you can build yourself into someone who thrives in discomfort, there is nothing that can stop you. Because most people can't do it. Most people can't handle the pain, the boredom, the frustration, the sacrifice. They quit. But if you keep going, if you stay the course, you win not because you're the smartest or the most talented, but because you refuse to quit when everyone else did. There are no shortcuts. You don't figure out success by skipping the work. You don't discover a hack to replace effort. Every step requires sweat, time, and sacrifice. The lifestyle of a champion is built on doing the exact things you don't feel like doing. Don't want to run. That's exactly why you run. Don't want to study. That's when you study harder. Don't want to wake up early? That's when you get up anyway. You teach your mind discipline by refusing to let your feelings decide your actions. This is the only real guarantee of success. Becoming someone who is mentally tough enough, disciplined enough, and relentless enough to push through every obstacle. Someone who keeps moving forward, even when life hits them in the face. Someone who doesn't just survive but grows stronger from the pain. It's not going to be comfortable. It's not going to be easy. But that's exactly the point. Growth never comes from comfort. It comes from doing something that sucks every single day. That's how you build strength. That's how you toughen your mind. That's how you create resilience that no one can break. Embrace the discomfort, welcome the struggle. Seek out the resistance, because every time you do, you're sharpening your blade. You're building the type of character that can withstand anything, and in the end, that's what separates the ones who dream from the ones who dominate. So stop waiting. Stop cutting corners. Stop listening to the excuses in your head. The time is now. This is your life. This is your journey. And you only get one shot at it. Don't waste it being average. Don't waste it playing small. Build yourself into someone who cannot be broken. Do the work when no one's watching. Grind when the stands are empty. And when the lights finally come on, you won't just show up, you'll dominate.